Oops, sorry, I didn't see you there. Sorry, what was that? You said what I was doing down there? It is a little secret, but I guess I kind of have to tell you. I was just trying to peel some garlic. Did you know you can peel a whole head of garlic with a glass jar or a container? More on this later. My name is Sam Lin, and welcome back to Sam's Home Kitchen. I am just an ordinary home cook who's really passionate about sustainability and, more importantly, save money by making things at home, and hopefully I can help you guys do the same in your own kitchen as well. This week's recipe, you probably guessed it, it's around garlic. So recently, garlic has been super cheap. I'm not sure if it's a season or what's going on, but I've been seeing like 500 grams pack of peeled garlic for like 69 cents to $1, or some fresh garlic like this, literally 5 heads of these times 2 for $1. So when things are cheap, this is when I come in. So when things are cheap, my head starts thinking, how can I obviously use the best ingredients out there that's cheap, that's in season, but at the same time, when things are cheap, how can I preserve the value and maximize the flavor? So I started thinking, and this week's recipe, we're going to show you how to do some Confit garlic, which is right here. So garlic, that's Confit in extra virgin olive oil, or really any oil that you want, that preserves the garlic really, really well, but also that will give us garlic infused extra virgin olive oil, which is 4 times the price of normal extra virgin olive oil. Do this, 2 birds, 1 stone, and the flavor is incredible. You can use this in aioli, you can use this in pasta, use it in salad. Really is super versatile, and it preserves our garlic really, really well. Can't wait to show you how to do it. Before we get into the recipe, please spend 1 second and smash the like button down below. It really helps promote my video to a wider audience, and I'll be able to show and share more of my budget recipe and spread the idea of being sustainable and also being frugal around a wider audience. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Today is going to be a quick one. That's what she said. The recipe is super straightforward, only containing 2 ingredients. Garlic has been super cheap recently, and it just makes sense to take advantage of that and make some confit garlic. Confit meaning cooked and preserved in fat. For this recipe, we'll be confitting our garlic in some extra virgin olive oil. That's all of the ingredients that we need. Beyond that, we'll just be using a jar to help peel the garlic skin and also store our garlic. Put these aside and we'll get started. First thing first, we'll grab our glass jar and put a whole head of garlic in. The jar can be replaced with a tight lidded container. Put the lid on and start shaking the jar for 15 to 30 seconds. The head of garlic will start breaking into cloves and you'll start feeling loose in the jar. After about 30 seconds, you should see some of the garlic skin coming loose. We can stop here and grab our compost box to put the garlic skin away. I live in an apartment and don't have space for compost bins, so I keep my compost in the fridge and empty once every 2 weeks or so at the local community garden. It helps reduce my landfill waste by a huge amount, and I highly recommend you guys to try it out. Pour the garlic into a bowl and pick out the de-skinned garlic. This is the easiest way to de-skin a mass amount of garlic. Pick the garlic out and put straight into the saucepan or a oven-safe dish. You can put any garlic cloves that still have skin on it back into the jar and shake it again. Or if there's not a whole lot left, it might be easier just to take the cloves off by your hand. Don't know about you, but I find the sound of garlic husk and de-skinning garlic so very soothing. Empty our garlic skin into the compost box and move on to our next head of garlic. You can do as many or as little heads as you wish. I only did about 2 for this recipe, but when I get to do it again next time, I'd be doing enough at least to cover the base of the saucepan, so the garlic to oil ratio is more balanced. Once all garlics are peeled, we can put the compost box away. Into our saucepan, we want to add in our olive oil. The amount of olive oil is determined by the size of the saucepan. We need to make sure that we put enough oil to submerge all of the garlic. Next thing to do is heat up the oven. Turn the oven on to 100 degrees Celsius. The process of confit is low and slow. We're not frying the garlic, but just slowly cooking it in a very low heat in fat. Put our saucepan or oven safe dish into the oven once it's warm, and we want to leave it in for at least 30 to 40 minutes or until garlic is soft. Now we just let time to do its thing. Once the time is up, let the oil cool down to room temperature and keep the oil and garlic in a jar. It's good to stay in the fridge for up to 6 months. To try out our confit garlic, I slice some of the homemade sourdough that I have and just spread the garlic straight onto the bread. Top with some flaky salt, and that is a beauty right there. The cost breakdown is as below. 2 heads of garlic at 10 cents per head equals to 20 cents. 150 grams of extra virgin olive oil at 53 cents per 100 mils equals to 79.5 cents. Altogether, we get confit garlic and garlic infused olive oil for 99.5 cents. I did a quick search on some garlic infused olive oil and it ranges from $3 to $5 per 100 mils. If this is not winning, I don't know what is.
Alright, and there we have it. That's our confit garlic, and alongside with our garlic infused extra virgin olive oil. For the purpose of this video, I only did a small amount of garlic compared to the olive oil. If you're making this at home, I really do encourage you to bump up the garlic ratio and you'll get a really nice result, and that will also reduce your cost as well, because obviously olive oil is a lot more expensive than garlic. And play around with the ratio, and it's so simple, so easy to do. It's one of the best ways to really preserve the garlic and then also get that extra flavor into our olive oil. You can use it in salad, use it to cook pasta, really just anything. It's garlic and it's olive oil. What can go wrong? I'm going to dig in and try out this toast. The garlic is super soft and spreadable. Put it across the bread and it just melts in your mouth. It soaks up a lot of the flavor from the extra virgin olive oil, and it's just a perfect companion with toast, with bread. I can see this turning into a really nice aioli, and it's just perfect all around. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think this confit garlic can be used for. I'm really keen to hear your feedback and learn from you guys as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you're still watching at this point, give it a like and consider subscribing. I will put out a video on a weekly basis. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.